Let's do another example of a minor interval. I would like a minor sixth above F sharp. What are my steps? Well, first, I'm going to count letters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That was my first step. My second step is going to be to make the major scale up from F sharp. It's even okay if you still need to label underneath your notes whole, whole, half, whole, whole. And remember, we don't have to do the whole scale, just up to the part where we need it. So let's go ahead and do this. And that's a major sixth, right? F sharp up to D sharp would be a major sixth. But I asked you for a minor sixth, so what would it be a minor sixth above F sharp? It would be D natural, right? Not D sharp. Because if I think of my sharp here, and I'm going to lower it one, it's going to be here on the natural sign. The last kind of intervals we're going to talk about are diminished and augmented intervals. Now, again, just like we talked about with major and minor, these are words we use sometimes. So if I want to diminish something, I'm going to make it smaller. And if I want to augment something, I'll make it larger. Okay, so keep that in mind. Now, major intervals and perfect intervals, any of the intervals can become diminished or augmented. This does not apply just to major and minor intervals, but also to perfect intervals. You can imagine the size of intervals, just like we had that little number line type of thing going on with the accidentals. You can imagine the same type of thing with interval sizes. So if we're talking about perfect intervals, it would look like this. And diminished is also notated with a little circle. Augmented is also notated with a little plus sign. So you might see it written either way. With perfect intervals, you might notice we just go from perfect to diminished or perfect to augmented. The difference in size is going to be 1/2 step. A perfect interval would be 1/2 step larger than a diminished interval. And you might see a diminished or augmented interval written either with a letter or a symbol, either like this or like this. Both of those would mean a diminished fifth. So you could see it either way, and you probably will. With major intervals, the difference is we have the step of a minor interval to go through first. Please take note that I've written minor as a lowercase m and major as an uppercase M. And you notice my lowercase m has a little line over it. For those of you who choose to do the worksheets for the class instead of the drills, I request that all of you write your lowercase m's this way, because often people's upper and lowercase m's are virtually indistinguishable from each other, and it's very hard for me to tell what you mean. But lowercase refers to minor, uppercase refers to major. So let's say, for example, that I want to build a diminished third above G. So my first step is going to be to figure out what's a third just generically above G. G, A, B. Okay. Now, first I'll start with a major third, so I'll start with a major scale. Whole, whole. So B natural is a major third above G. But I want a diminished third. Now, if I change this B to a B flat, that gives me a minor third. To make it a diminished third, I need a double flat. So again, remember your little drawing we had with the natural sign in the middle and the flats and sharps to the opposite sides to help you recall which way you should go with your accidentals to make the desired interval. Let's try another one. Augmented fifth above F sharp. So first let's think of the F sharp major scale, and we want to find the fifth note. F, G, A, B, C, that's 5. Whole, whole, half, whole. Okay, C sharp is a what kind of fifth above F sharp? Perfect, very good. Now I want an augmented fifth. So instead of a C sharp, what would I have? I would have a C double sharp. There's my augmented fifth. Let's try another one. How about a diminished fourth above G? Let's think of the G major scale. Whole, whole, half. Okay, C is a fourth above G. What kind of a fourth is C above G? Very good, it's perfect. I just wanted to see if anyone would say major. It's a perfect fourth. So to make it diminished, how many half steps smaller does it have to become? 1. Remember, when you have a perfect interval, you don't go through the intermediate stage of being minor before you become diminished. Because this was a perfect fourth, we go straight to diminished. So this becomes a C flat. Very good.